What's up everyone, it's Adam, and in today's video, I'm gonna be talking about why I decided to become a lifeguard in the first place. A little bit of a story time, personal type video. I'm gonna start making a lot more of these. This is very useful. Maybe we relate to a lot of different things and share the same source of inspiration. So let's just hop right into it. Now, starting off when I was younger, I actually did learn how to swim from my parents. I remember taking like a swim lesson class at a public pool. I think I was like 4 or 5, and I just have this vivid memory of me like dunking my head for the first time and then crying afterwards. I was obviously very young, but the majority of my swimming ability came from swimming at home when I was in elementary school and my parents teaching me how to swim. Swimming kind of came naturally to me. I can't really pinpoint me going to public classes with people and like being a level 5 swimmer or level 4 swimmer by like the American Red Cross. So I actually don't know what level swimmer I was as a kid because I didn't go to like a summer camp or a swim lessons class. But I do remember just kind of learning at home and just being really good swimming on the bottom. Now, another thing that kind of contributed to that was me going to a public pool and wanting to pass the deep end test. And a lot of public pools and public lakes and beaches, they have a certain like deep end test so that you can go jump off the diving board or use the water slide or swim past the rope, which is like the deeper end where you can't stand. And it would usually be like a distance where you have to do like front crawl or breaststroke, and you like to do it without stopping, and you have to float on your back, like those kinds of things. I remember about the public pool that I went to, they would always have like a safety break where they would do like deep end tests for 15 minutes. And I remember trying it and I was just uncomfortable just putting my face in the water. And I remember like failing, and I was like super demoralized. And then I realized like, wait a minute, I can just put on goggles and just try again with goggles on. So I'd put on goggles and I would try again, and I would still not be the best swimmer. And then from that point on, I just really wanted to become a better swimmer. And so I really focused on breaststroke because that was kind of like my best stroke. And I finally passed it, and it was like the most rewarding feeling in the world. Now, from that point on, like I remember going to the public pool, being able to go in the deep end, being able to jump off the diving board. I would always see the lifeguards during these like break periods where everyone's taking the deep end test. I'd always see them do all these crazy like flips and spins and dives off the diving board. And they were obviously a lot older than me. And I always thought like, wow, it'd be really fun. It'd be really cool to like work as a lifeguard and be a lifeguard. Because like that whole image, I just was like drawn to it. So I remember like me and my sister, when we go to the public pool, we would always be like, oh, I wish I was a lifeguard. I wish I could do all those things. And so fast forward, that's what we ended up doing. We ended up trying to pass the lifeguarding course. My sister did it as well. So we both became lifeguards. She actually became a lifeguard before I did. And I kind of just went right afterwards because I was 1.5 years younger than her. So when she took it, when she was 15 and a half, I was only like 13 or like 14. So she did it, she became a lifeguard, and then I did it, I became a lifeguard, and then we ended up both working together briefly at the YMCA, which is pretty awesome. But that was kind of like the stepping stones of why I decided to become a lifeguard. Now, being a lifeguard at first was like fun, but it was also nerve-wracking because like when you're new, you don't know what to expect and you don't want the worst to happen. Like you just want things to be calm and everyone like just like is a good swimmer and doing their own thing and no one gets hurt. But as you work in the summer and as you start to get a full-time job, you get used to seeing things and you handle situations, and then you just love the feeling of being helpful and assisting people. So it turns from like nervous energy of like not wanting things to happen, and obviously you don't want things to happen, but like you kind of transfer that into like you want to help people and you want to be there for someone that needs you, and you just want to prevent as much as you can and handle it the best you can if something comes up. So that was kind of like my shift in mentality. And over the years, I just like was drawn to lifeguarding. I met so many great lifeguards, and like some of my closest friends are like from people that I've met through lifeguarding during the summertime. And then like as time went on, people thought like I was a good leader, I was charismatic, and they were like, hey Adam, like could you be the head lifeguard and kind of like be a mentor for up and coming lifeguards and just be a role model and just like oversee things? And I was like, yeah, I'll do that. And then I got the inspiration to start a YouTube channel and give advice just basically on ways you can pass the lifeguarding course and ways you can just be a really good lifeguard and get an interview, get a job, like work the best, make a lot of friends, make a lot of money, ask for promotion, like all the things you can think of about lifeguarding, I've made videos for. So yeah, this is just kind of like a rant story time video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and you found it educational or entertaining. Definitely like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out.